When did a teacher betray your trust in a way that changed your entire future? I was never the cool kid. I was the shy, scrawny student who lived in the library, always had ink on his hands, and stuttered when nervous. But I had one thing: writing. That was my thing. Short stories, essays, speeches, words were my escape. Senior year, my school announced a nationwide scholarship contest. Full ride to any university of your choice. All you had to do was submit an original essay. I locked myself in my room for days, pouring my entire soul into it. My mom cried when she read it. My English teacher, Mr. Harding, called it a masterpiece. He offered to review it for grammar and polish before submission. I trusted him. I printed it, gave him a hard copy, and that was the last time I saw my essay. 2 months later, the winner was announced. I didn't win, but someone from my school did. David Graham, the guy who laughed at me for using a fountain pen, the guy who called me Shakespeare Jr. like it was an insult. When the school printed the winning essay in the newsletter, my stomach dropped. Every line, every metaphor, it was mine, word for word, except for the name on top, David's. I ran to Mr. Harding's office, shaking. He stole my essay! Mr. Harding didn't even look up from his desk. I'm sure it was a coincidence. Maybe you both had similar ideas. I couldn't breathe. I begged him to compare drafts, check my email, anything, but he shrugged it off. No need to stir drama. David's already been awarded. Turns out, David was Mr. Harding's nephew. I felt like I was going insane. I had no proof. I deleted my local draft because I thought Mr. Harding had the only copy. And when I emailed him to follow up, must have gotten lost in the shuffle, he replied. That night, I broke down. I didn't go to school the next day, or the next, but on the third day, something clicked. If they wanted to play dirty, I'd play smarter. I started collecting evidence. I dug through Google Drive backups, old notes, even a recording my friend took of me reading my essay out loud weeks before the contest. The timestamp was crystal clear. Then, I found something golden. David posted on Instagram 2 days before the submission deadline. Ugh, still haven't even started this dumb scholarship thing. Might just YOLO it. Timestamped, dated, public. I packaged everything: the audio file, the timestamped screenshot, the post, and even text messages I'd sent my friend about Mr. Harding reading my draft. Then, I made one bold move. I emailed the contest organizers and the local education board. Every file attached, every detail laid out. Subject line: scholarship fraud at Crestview High. 3 days later, I was called into the principal's office. Sitting there were Mr. Harding, David, the principal, and a woman in a navy blue suit who introduced herself as a board investigator. Mr. Harding looked pale. David looked like he'd seen a ghost. The investigator started reading lines from my essay. Then she played the audio clip. Then she showed the Instagram post. David tried to claim he'd been inspired by my writing. The investigator raised an eyebrow. So inspired you copied it line for line? Mr. Harding stayed silent. Long story short, David was stripped of the scholarship. Mr. Harding was placed on administrative leave pending further investigation. But here's the twist. At graduation, David was supposed to give the valedictorian speech, a speech he claimed to have written. But just before the ceremony, the principal tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You're up." I walked onto that stage, looked out over the crowd, and delivered a speech about integrity, betrayal, and what it means to fight for the truth when no one believes you. When I finished, the auditorium was dead silent. Then, one clap, then another. Then the entire crowd stood up. Mr. Harding wasn't there, but David was, sitting in the third row, face red, looking like he wanted the floor to swallow him whole. That day, I didn't just get my words back, I got me back. And the best part, a few weeks later, the contest board called. After reviewing the situation, we've decided to award you the scholarship. Full ride. David may have tried to steal my future, but I made sure the world heard my voice and never forgot it.